What's up, everybody? Dr. Jen with This Chiro Lifts, here today with another recipe. We are going to be making a recipe off of Paleo OMG's website, and it is her sweet potato brownies. I've had these before and they are so good. You would never guess that this is a paleo recipe. This is my first time making them. I've obviously eaten them before. I gotta be honest, I'm not much of a baker, so this is gonna be an experiment for all of us. Also, for the first time ever, possibly the last time ever, you guys are gonna see, right now my oven is preheating. I'm making these for company and I don't want to screw them up, so I'm actually gonna follow this recipe to a T. Kinda to a T, because I'm gonna double it. I'm gonna do all the exact measurements. This isn't gonna be my typical video where you just kind of throw in whatever and see what happens, because I don't want to screw these up. I've got my recipe right here. I'm gonna post a link to the recipe in the description box below so that you guys can do these. They're phenomenal. I'm just hoping that I don't screw them up. Alright, so first thing, you need sweet potatoes. You're gonna have to bake your sweet potato, which I've already done beforehand. I actually baked a boatload of sweet potatoes beforehand because I'm going to use the leftover ones for just to eat throughout the week. You guys know how I like to make food ahead of time, so I can just grab it and go. First thing in this is you got to bake your sweet potato. I've already done that, so that's already done. It says once your sweet potato is cooked thoroughly, and Lux is whining in the background, that dog, I tell you. Once it's soft and cooked thoroughly, you want to peel off the skin and you're going to mash that up in a bowl. So let's get to peeling and mashing. Paleo OMG chick, she's kind of like me with her measurements in that she just said to use one sweet potato. I don't know what size sweet potato she means. It could be small, medium, large. So I just did two, since I'm doubling this, 2 medium sweet potatoes. Just took a fork and mashed them up real good in there. Next step, you want to add your wet ingredients. Your wet ingredients are 3 eggs whisked, which I'm assuming means you whisk them before you add them in. Normally, I would just crack the eggs right in there, mix it all up as I go. This says whisked. I'm going to follow the directions and whisk them up beforehand. So 3 whisked eggs. We're doubling this, so it's going to be 6 whisked eggs. Coconut oil calls for 1/4 cup for regular recipes, so we're going to put a 1/2 cup melted. Honey calls for 1/3 cup. Yeah, oven's preheated. Calls for 1/3 cup raw honey. So we're going to do 2/3 cup raw honey. Man, I got to do math. I hate math. I'm so bad at math. And vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we're going to put a 1/2 teaspoon vanilla extract. Look at that math. So good. All right, so we're going to get all those wet ingredients going and we're going to add them to this mix. I'll hit you back in a second. All right, now that you've got all your wet ingredients mixed together in the bowl, you're going to add your dry ingredients. Dry ingredients are coconut flour, calls for 3 tablespoons. We're going to put 6 tablespoons of coconut flour in here. Cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of that, so we're doubling it, 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon. We're going to put a 1/2 teaspoon. And then we're going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to put in a little bit extra cinnamon. So the cinnamon that I use is this stuff. Penzeys cinnamon. This is a spice shop. They're only in the Midwest. I got this in Uptown in Minnesota, Uptown Minneapolis. There's something about this cinnamon. It tastes so much better when you do it side by side to any other cinnamon I've ever tasted. It's like sweeter and deeper. It's just got more of a rich, complicated taste, like much warmer. I don't really know how to explain it well, but for my birthday was on June 29th, and getting low on this stuff. My sister didn't even know it. My sister sent me a big old packet of this for my birthday because she knows me so well and knows how much I love this stuff. So that was pretty awesome. So we're going to add in all these dry ingredients. I'll show you what that looks like. We'll mix all that, incorporate it really well, put it in the pans, pop it in the oven, and cross our fingers that we didn't screw anything up. I will say I talked to my little sister last night and she said she made these the other day and that they're super easy to make, that they are, quote, so easy to make, even I can't F them up. I hope she's right. So along with your dry ingredients, it calls for a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. We'll be using a whole cup. And it calls for this brand, these Enjoy Life chocolate chips. And these ones are very hypoallergenic. The ingredients in this are evaporated cane juice, natural chocolate liquor, and non-dairy cocoa butter. Usually in a lot of other things, you're going to see a lot of dairy ingredients or soy ingredients, and a lot of people are allergic to those. My little sister, she has celiac disease, and she's very, very, very sensitive to food. And these are the only chocolate chips that she can eat that don't make her sick. We're going to be using these. I'm going to put a cup of these in there. I'll show you guys what this mixed up product looks like, and then we'll get them in the pans and we'll get them in the oven. All right, we've got the mix like right here. I gotta admit, I mean, it looks a little bit runny, but I followed the recipe like it told me to. I'm gonna trust that this is how it's supposed to look and have faith that when I put these in the pans and stick them in the oven and pull them out in 30 minutes, that they look how they're supposed to look. Please cross your fingers with me on this one. All right, I've got 2 pans here that are pre-greased. Say a little prayer, everybody. It's in the pan. It's about to go in the oven. There's no turning back now. Here we go. 30 minutes in the oven. Boom. Game time. All right. Finished product. They look good. I would recommend using less oil, coconut oil, than what the original recipe calls for, because I ended up having to dab up some of the coconut oil with a paper towel while they were cooking because it was just too oily and nasty. That's what they look like. I didn't mess them up. Jen won, Brownies won, dinner guest won. All right, I will post a link to this recipe in the description box below. As always, thank you for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.